Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. Tonight, we're focused on how to improve your trading focus. See you in a minute. Welcome, everybody, to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. Well, another week is in the books, and we are here in the aftermarket just finishing out our week. And it's been a crazy week. We've had a little bit of everything this week. We've had post FOMC. We have had all kinds of runs on stocks in the market, both pre-market and during the regular market. So how do you can maintain your focus? Well, if you're in a group like American Dream Trading, you've got moderators that kind of help keep you on track. One of the reasons we do this show is for anybody who can't make it throughout the day, if they have questions and things during the aftermarket, or if they want to see some charts or go over some some of Coach's strategies and they have questions. That's why we created this, a place to just decompress, have a Q&A, and get yourself right and be able to get yourself focused for the following week. So sit back. We're going to be here for an hour. But before we do anything, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video out, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers, right? And right now we're sitting at, hold on, let me come up with it. We're sitting at 16,436. So we're getting it done, slowly but surely, but we are getting it done. I'm going to go ahead and put up our website, because if you want to get signed up for American Dream Trading, all you have to do is go to americandreamtrading.com, and there you can go ahead and get signed up. And right now we've got quite a few things going on. We've got our Diamond membership, which is it's a Diamond lifetime membership, but it includes all of our services. And a lot of these services are $2,500 to $5,000 a piece. It includes all of our services, and you get one foul swoop where you don't have to pay ever again $5,000 straight. So we've got a couple of those available. And if you know what's good for you, you will go ahead, because Coach could take those away at a moment's notice. Who is Coach, you ask? He is the owner and CEO of American Dream Trading, Chad W. Christian, and he is a 33-year stock market vet. He actually has traded literally in every market condition imaginable, and he has taught us how to do those very same things, right? So if you guys are looking for the place to learn how to trade and learn how to trade the right way, you have found it. And we're doing a free 7-day trial right now for not only the premium membership, but also the crypto membership, as well as futures. So if you're looking to learn how to trade and learn how to trade the right way, there you have it. So sign up for the 7-day free trial. Go to americandreamtrading.com and we'll get you all set up. The cool thing too about crypto is that if you sign up for crypto, oh, that's old. If you sign up for crypto, normally crypto renews at its regular rate at $125 a month, $50. $50 a month. We're trying to grow the crypto out. So if you're interested in learning how to do crypto, because we've got two excellent moderators over there that will teach you the ins and outs of how to trade crypto properly. Chris and Bucko do an amazing job, and you can go ahead and get signed up with that and have it renew only $50 a month. Start it with the free 7-day trial. Also, the premium, which includes our pre-market setup, our hot stock picks, access to the Zoom call from 8:45 in the morning to 4 p.m., which technically, if you were a VIP, the call starts at 4 a.m. We trade in the pre-market all the way up to 4 o'clock. So 4 to 4, that's 12 hours. So if you guys are into it and trying to get it done right, come on over. Futures also 7-day free trial and renews at $249 a month. That includes our Trading View indicators, which is why it's a little bit more expensive for that one. But Mark McSee does a training every day right on YouTube from 2 to 4 p.m. You can get a taste of it for free, and just so you know what kind of training you'll get. So all of it's worth it. Let's see here. We got James L coming in the backstage. Wait a minute, hold on. What is he doing? Oh, what is that? Is that the phone?
Nope.
What's that? Oh, is that the card?
That's the card.
Wow. That looks awesome, James.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah. Wow. So is that, if I remember reading that, is that what's that made out of? Is that glass?
No.
It's a regular credit card.
Nope, it's metal.
Oh, it's metal. Okay. Yep. That is awesome looking. And is that a prototype?
No, they do them. I dropped it. You can hear the clank, 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 clank.
I like that. Could slice somebody's
they do
throat
them every day.
Thing. What's up?
They do them every day.
Oh man, nice. The American Dream Trading credit card. Nice. So that is actually pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's just it's my bank card.
I like that. And they'll put any image on it that you want.
Yeah. Well, they've got several pre-done, and you can come up with your own and do it.
Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I like that. Put that up again, dude. Look at that, y'all. That is. I'm sure Coach probably would want one of them. That's like your American Express card. Don't leave home without it. Your American Dream Trading card. Don't leave home without it.
Right. And it,
wow.
You don't got to worry about bending it or.
Right. Things, it getting all scratched up.
Yep.
Hell, you could slice somebody's throat with that
thing. Well,
do a ninja move, right? Put the credit card between your fingers and.
Oh, I could probably. I got a couple sharpening stones. I could probably put an edge on one side. Hey.
Not that we're demented. We're not demented in here. So I was talking about improving your trading focus. And one of the reasons that made me come up with that one was because I was listening to Palm this afternoon talk about, keeping your eye on the 9 and the 21 and making sure the candles are completing their patterns, and that where that falls in relationship to the neighborhood, meaning the entire chart, where those indicators are in relation to VWAP, the 200, so on and so forth. And I thought, that's definitely a good topic to talk about focus. And one of the ways, and I have to, bring up our Apple Whisperer, one of the ways you can focus is to focus on one stock at a time. That is one way that you can do it. I personally have a couple different ones that I focus on. But you can do, if you narrow it down to one stock, as David has done, and F2 also, you will find that a lot of guesswork goes out of your day. A lot of white noise goes out of your day because all you're doing is focusing on one particular ticker, and that adds into it a whole nother level to your focus, because at that point you'll be able to probably anticipate that stock's movement, right? Is a better word. Um,
Right.
we work in probability. So the more you study one stock at a time, the more you're going to get to know that particular stock's movement and its behavior, which helps you what? Navigate the chart. So focus is everything. And if you learn how to use the indicators and use those indicators trading one chart at a time, you're going to improve your focus exponentially. So focusing on one stock at a time. James, you got anything you want
And
to add to that?
learn to trust the indicators.
Yes. Yes. Another way to regain focus or to get focus by trusting the indicators is trading with a very small position size, right? Coach preaches this day in and day out. Trade with a small position size that's going to help you stay in trades that are running. And it's going to also help you, as long as you have your proper risk management, avoid big losses because you're not starting with a big amounts to begin with, right? So that helps your focus, because if you're focused on how much money am I losing, oh my God, I'm looking at my P&L constantly, that ruins you from being able to focus on the trade, right? You're not going to be
Right.
looking at the trade if you're watching your P&L. And Palm, that's another thing that Palm talked about this afternoon. Don't focus on your P&L. Mark McFro does that all the time, right? Don't
Yeah,
take
take
it
it
off.
completely off the screen.
Take it
Jimmy
off.
used to put a sticky note over it.
Yep. Yep. I remember him talking about that. So
But yeah,
trading,
I think I mean, you've pretty much covered it all. Of course, there's charting and knowing your levels.
yeah.
And if you cut it down to one or two stocks,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't, you just watch them. You kind of get to learn the ebbs and flows of how much they move, what times they may or may not move, and
Even if you don't trade them,
yep.
watch them.
Well,
You
for
know.
me, and I'll add that I've got the Trading View indicators that I absolutely love. That just makes it a lot easier, a
Yeah.
lot less physical work for me, but I still do my charting. But being able to have that visual representation that those
Mm-hmm.
provide, oh, it's a game changer.
Big time. Big time. So when he's those of you that are brand spanking new, when he's talking about charting, he's talking about putting lines on your chart, creating a roadmap for yourself. That helps you focus. Put a roadmap on your chart. The 4 levels you should be worried about first and foremost are previous day high, previous day low, pre-market high, and pre-market low. That's the immediate history that stock has gone. And chances are, if it's going to revisit any areas first, it's going to be those. Then you want to go back on maybe your 4 hour and get some more historical data. And that way, that'll help you to hone in on the areas that you've already charted out and see where those areas are in relation to those longer time frame areas, right? If you chart out previous day high, but it's coming on to a double top from the week before, well, you're going to want to know that, right? So it also helps your focus to get your charts in order, get your charts right, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is down in the chat with you, James L? I just want to say, hey, Izzy, Izzy, you are so. Why don't you come up on the panel and hang out with us, Izzy? Miranda, hi, honey. Eminem, hey, baby girl, how are you? Mikey B, what's going on? Dave, Vegan Knowledge, JJ, hi, my sweetheart. And darn Cricket, are you down there again? Cricket! J Dog! What's up, J Dog? Papa Todd, what's up, honey? Welcome to Friday. He's on his lunch break. You're on your lunch break? Okay. So you're back in the force, huh? J Dog said, "Yeah, I saw that. That's oh, I'm going back
Talking
to
about the card.
okay, yeah, yeah, that's awesome." He said, "I left my debit card in my car." And, oh, that's not cool. I've never known him to do that.
Well,
Wow,
that would depend on what part of the country you live in.
and how hot it
I could
is
very realistically see it happening in Texas.
in Texas. I was about to say, yeah, you're in Texas, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh, mm. Can you
yeah,
imagine your card melting into your dashboard?
yeah. I can.
Yeah, yeah. Have you had that happen? You almost said that like you had that happen before.
Yeah,
Oh, damn. That probably wasn't fun.
yeah. Well, it wasn't a bank card. It was one of
Mhm.
those the like vanilla Walmart vanilla cards.
Yeah,
It was a gift card.
I got you. Well, at least it wasn't like a car card. Hopefully, there wasn't a shit ton of money on it.
Didn't know I'd already used it. They Walmart used to do this deal where you get 5 cents off a gallon if you only bought one of their gift cards, and you put $20 on it, and then when you slide the gift card to pay for your fuel at the
Yeah.
piece, you get an extra 5 cents off a gallon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I had a stack of them, and we throw them up there on the dash when I'm done using it.
And they ended up
I think
melting.
you would reload the same card, but
Yeah, it happens. Oh my God. Um, and speaking of focus, make sure you're not leaving your cards on your dashboard if you live in a state that has 100-degree or more heat.
yeah,
Another thing that will help your focus is, and this is something you brought up the other day, James, your why.
yeah,
What is your why? Why are you trading? Why are you, trying to improve? Are you trying to improve your financial situation? Are you trying to take care of some family issues? Are you trying to support your family? What is your reason for wanting to be in the stock market? Because obviously everybody comes over here for money, right? But the kicker of it all is you're not going to get your money if you're focused on money, right? So if you're focused on actually trading the trade, which is something we talk about all the time in our group, which is why you should join, we give you good stuff over here. We don't just give you fluff and have you chasing call outs. We actually give you the brain, the thought process that you need to actually trade properly, right? And one of the things you need to think about is your why, you know? Um, Somebody was saying, was that Maria? Somebody was saying, yeah, I think it was Maria, talking about how, if you lose money, well, you're taking it off of your family's, taking food out of your family's mouth,
right.
you know? So you got to really, really hone in and really focus and think about what you're doing, because it's not just you that depends on that money, it's your family too, right? So, family, what is your why? That's another thing that'll help improve your focus. Get real about what you're doing here, right? And take it seriously, you know?
Oh, definitely. That's that CEO thing that she's been doing. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff, because it is your own business. You have to pay taxes. You have to take care of your own health care and all of that. If you're making money, this is your business. You are your business. So if you're not focused right, well, I mean, if you're doing, you know, if you're losing your company's money anywhere else, you're going to get fired.
Yeah, that was
So
the point she brought up. But the whole taxes thing and some of the profits I've seen in the last week in the group, I don't know if I don't want to pay taxes on that.
you might not want to, but you got to.
I mean, 117,000 from one in a day, almost 70,000 from another in a day. Yeah, I don't.
No, thank you. But look what you get to walk away with after. I mean, they can't take no more than half, right?
I guess you should say that about the lottery. You know what the taxes are on $1 million? 1.2.
Are you shitting me?
I don't know.
No. But they're not going to take more than half your money.
I Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know about
Because 50%
general taxes,
on the
but like
high end.
lottery, it's like 46%.
Yeah, because 50% on the high end, I'm giving them a couple of percentage points.
Yeah,
You know, they can't be taking 50% of your shit, no matter what you're doing. So if you're making 117K in a day, that means at least $59,000 you get to keep. I'll
right.
take it. Take your little 60K. I will take it, you know, in one day. So, you know, the cool thing is they make the kind of money that they can pay it and not even have to worry about it, which, you know, that improves your focus. Once you become successful, dude, focus is not even a thing anymore. It's just done.
Well, and we won't talk about how those uber rich people do their taxes. It's not my place or my concern. Not financial investment or tax advice. But there are some pretty damn good CPAs out there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they are talking to them. You know, the ones that are making the mega bucks. You got to get yourself an accountant, a financial advisor, lawyers. You know, when you're making that kind of money, you gotta set yourself up for success after you get it too, right? So once you get it,
I actually had that issue when I worked for myself doing my own business. I got audited 7 consecutive years.
wow, that
Each
couldn't have
time,
been
each
fun.
time they did, I just turned the letter over to my CPA, and he'd email me back and say, "Okay, well, we got it all turned in. You're going to get another 3 grand back." I
It's like, okay,
think
you
the
can audit
last
me if you
year
want.
after it
I'm
was
gonna
all said,
win.
after it was all said and done with, they were saying that I was still indebted or still owed. There was like $2,500 that wasn't reported, and I'm like, hold on, I pay somebody to do my taxes. I know better. And I sent him that. He comes back. He says, "Well, I worked it all out, and we did an amended return and got it figured out. And now you'll get another 8,000 back."
Wow.
Knock on wood, I haven't heard from him since.
Stop messing with this guy. I can somebody in some office, someone stop and say, yeah, stop auditing him. We pay every time you do it. Stop it. Oh man. Well, that's what they're for though. That's what
Right.
they're for. So how'd you do this week overall, James?
Well, I was green all week.
That's a good
Uh,
thing.
I think there was one day I got right at 1%. The rest of it's been 2 to 5 every day.
Nice. Way to go. And are you trading crypto still? Are you paper trading and you put real money
Computer
in it?
trading crypto. Yeah. Yeah. I'm,
Okay.
I'm not quite there with the financing that yet. I like it because it's a scalper's dream.
Yeah.
It really is with the volatility. So it's one of those things for me that if I'm up at midnight and there ain't nothing else going on,
Hmm.
well, let's
You
see
can
what I
play
can learn.
around.
Yeah, that's the other thing is it's 24/7. So there's always something going somewhere.
Hmm. Wow.
Can't sleep. Got a little extra time at the doctor's office. Whatever. But
I did paper trading all week with just stocks, options, and I did some futures paper trading too.
I still have not done any futures.
Really, not even on paper trading?
No,
Wow.
not even on
Okay.
paper trading.
And I tell you what, that's a good way to get familiar with it.
Well, I told Mark that whenever he gets some orange flavored Kool-Aid, I'd think about it.
Orange is your favorite?
God no, who the hell likes orange?
I can't. You know what? I used to mix grape and lemon.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
But who
grape
likes
and
orange
lemon.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, my grandmother used to laugh. She said it looks like dirty water, but it tastes great. Oh man. Yep. So I paper traded all week. How'd you guys do this week down there in the chat? Talk to me. Uh-oh. Let's hit cancel. Crypto. Yep. Bucko's talking about crypto. F2. What's up, brother? Paper trade. Be active. Ask questions. That's right. In the room. In the Zoom call. That's right. F2's down there moderating. JC, what's up? JC said, I never was very good at studying. What are some of the best practices to study, right? And better I don't feel watching the video. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I can tell you right off the top, journaling. Before you even get into anything, get in the habit of journaling. That has been really cool. This was my first week of journaling, which is what I was about to tell James. I figured out a way to make it work for me so that I would feel more stoked about doing it. I know it's not about a mood, it's about creating a habit, but let's be real. You gotta, in order to be create the habit, you gotta be stoked about doing it in the first place. And you gotta be disciplined about doing it. Because once the stokedness wears off, you have to maintain that discipline so that it becomes a habit. After it becomes a habit, you don't have to think about it anymore. Your mind just knows, oh, this is journaling time. But journaling, because that will help you figure out what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Would you agree with that, James?
Definitely. The other thing, and like myself and JC, may be hands-on. I'm more of a hands-on person. I may have questions along the way and things I need help with, but I'm going to learn more from doing it than I am from reading about it. So that's where the paper trading comes in. Set yourself some parameters, like if A, B, and C happens, you're entering the trade. And do it every time, regardless. Even
Same
if D
thing on
happens,
the way out.
you still get in on C.
Yep.
And
Same thing on the way out.
You just keep repeating the process and journal that process. Learn the process. Then it becomes easier.
And that's another thing. You don't have to commit to memory everything that you hear in the Zoom call. You can, if you write something down, go ahead and throw it in your journal. I have my electronic journal that I just sit there and I talk in my phone and it types. So I use the voice text and then I throw it in Speechify. Shout out to James, Maria. And I listen back to it. And it's like listening to an audiobook. And I hear what I was thinking and what I did in the trade and why. And if you don't feel like, typing out, then you could always do something like that, And what that does is that reminds you, like, say you get in a slump, and I heard Coach mention this, and this has helped me before. Say you get in a slump, and you're like, shit, I was doing so well a couple weeks ago. Well, if you don't journal and figure out what you were doing that last week, then what do you have as a reference tool? How do you get back to that spot? Journaling will help you with that. Oh, that's right. That's what I did and why. And that'll help you find your footing, Also, it works the same way if you're losing money or if you are doing the wrong things by not following the rules. Make sure you're talking about that and being completely honest in your journal, because then you're going to see over time, okay, I consistently have done this or not done that, and this has been the result of it. Let's curb that. Let's cut that out. You'll pinpoint what's wrong.
Yep. Oh, Mark B. Green, the 3 days I've traded, still making stupid trades, though, that I'm working to fix. Well, there's going to be good trades. There's going to be bad trades.
Yep.
But that's journal it.
John B., what's going on?
I don't think that's a horse you can overbeat. Journal. Even F2, he says journaling, paper trade, listen to coach's voice, slow down to hurry up, make small goals that are achievable.
That's good. Trading small. One of the things that Palm's beating into our heads is one of the biggest mistakes of new traders is going too big too fast. Stay small position sized, right? Go for 1%. You know, that's how F2 started his run. 1% gain every day. James is on that trajectory right now. 1% gain every day. Small position size is a huge best practice, right? Stop losses, risk management. Make sure you are setting up stop losses on all of your trades. You can't do it if you're in the pre-market or the aftermarket, but if you know, make sure you're setting up proper risk management according to what you can afford, right? And don't lose more than 1 to 3% of your complete total account on a daily basis. Those rules right there will save you. And then you can just focus on the trade, you know?
E. Greer, have you guys traded with Lucid Prop Firm? I have not done any prop firm stuff. I've never even heard of Lucid myself. I haven't seen Doug. I know Doug's done some prop firm stuff, but I think he's mostly Top Step.
He is mostly Top Step. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of Lucid, but I don't think anybody here, Coach, I don't think he's done it. I don't think anybody here has done it. Ralph may have. Ralph has tried a couple of them in the past. Who knows? I thought I may have heard him mention it once before. But why are you doing that? Are you with them? Is that why you're asking?
Me?
No, the person in the chat.
Okay. Well, you're looking at me in the camera when you said it.
I have to look at you. I'm looking at them too. Yeah, if you're using them, how's your experience been? Would you recommend them?
Yeah, let us know.
You know?
And just because I haven't heard anybody in the group say anything about them, but that doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean they're no good. Green over red. Ever since I became more active in the group. Okay, so Izzy, you'll find that. And when I started 3 years ago, I've always kind of had that. I always was doing lives on my own channel and stuff like that. So I've kind of always, I've led call centers, entire call centers in like cheer chants and so I've never had a problem speaking up in front of people. But a lot of people do. And the group is a place where you're embraced, and so that's good that you did that and overcame whatever you had to start doing that, because you got to ask questions. And if you don't ask them, somebody else may ask them, but that's not helping you all the time. You may have questions that somebody else doesn't ask, and you'll never know the answer. You'll just keep looking at videos and keep trying to find it in books and frustrate yourself when you've got live, warm bodies right there to talk to. So that is so good that you've done that, and I wish more people would do it and just speak up. I started learning so much from the Zoom call. I said the hell with sitting there spending hours watching videos. I went back to watching videos just to fine-tune things after talking to the group, because I was watching shit ton of videos when I first came here, and I'm like, I'd have to rewind them and watch them over and over and over. And come on, you're not going to stay motivated like that. Honestly, we know it. So I got more active in the Zoom call, started asking, that's what he meant by that in the video. Okay. Then I was able to actually get more out of the videos. So good kudos to you for doing that. And hopefully more of you that are not doing that are watching this on the replay game or down in the chat will speak up. We don't bite. Well, James does, but none of the rest of us do.
In a fun way.
Yeah, we don't bite hard.
And that's something else too. Being active is a huge thing in the community. I guess everybody's heard the squeaky wheel gets the most attention. So
David says that a lot.
Was something that was hard for me for a long time, because I was always told and found out it's quite true in most situations that The more you listen, the more you learn about people.
Yeah,
So
for
being
sure.
being being one that talks a lot and being one that listens more, eh,
Yeah. So yeah, that's why honestly, I don't do a whole lot of talking unless I'm absolutely needed to come up on the Zoom call. I don't do a whole lot of talking on the Zoom call because I'm listening. That's how I can point out what I'm hearing from Palm and stuff like that. I am listening. I am in a point now in my trading career where I need to do a hell of a lot more listening than talking when it comes to trading. I can tell you what I'm looking at on the screen. I can armchair quarterback like the bet with the best of them. But as far as actually being active in a trade and having the right mindset to do the things that I'm supposed to do, I am still a work in progress, as are many, right?
oh yeah,
So it's not like Richard hit it best on the head. It's 75 to 80% mental, this thing that we're doing. And if you have other things working on your mind, and James can attest to this, it's hard. Staying focused, which is the topic of tonight, is hard when you have other things that are in your home life that may not be going the way you want them to in that moment. It's hard to trade. So you got to learn how to separate that stuff. Um, and stay laser focused on the things that are being taught, because those things don't mean jack if you're not in the right headspace to use that info. That's why I love what's going on with Maria. She is laser focused. She, and somebody mentioned that she sounds like a different trader than she was a year ago,
oh
right?
yeah.
And that is for sure. Maria is into the newsletter. She's watching news. She's looking, she's calling out chart patterns. She's able to be in a more predictive mode of what might happen with a stock. She's watching for news. I mean, come on. She's killing it. And she's in everything. So she's making sure she's involved and active so that she continues to learn. So if you want to be on that level, you gotta put in the work. Gotta put in the work. Put the time in. Get the screen time. You know.
Yeah, JC says, I never speak up or ask questions. I feel like I'm bothering people with my basic questions. LOL, guess I need to be more outgoing and take advantage of my diamond membership.
And you're a diamond.
100%.
Ah,
Definitely. You paid for it.
get in
Get your
there.
money's worth.
Get in there. And listen. Don't worry about it. It's so. I get that. You know what? At the risk of sounding a little off the cuff here, Palm even said it. Don't be so arrogant as to think that 500 or 200 or whatever people are focused on every word that you're saying in that Zoom call. Half those people are dealing with their children, they're cleaning the house. You know what I mean? They're doing other things. So the ones that need to be listening to you, like the moderators and like people who are actually focused on it, are there helping to help. So nobody's gonna feel like or make you feel like your question's stupid or anything like that. And once you do it, once you just get it over with, you'll find it'll be easier and easier for you to speak up and ask your questions and talk. You know.
Well, and you'll find too, like anything with any kind of group, there are some people that just tune out.
Yep.
There are some people that tune out when certain people are talking. It's, I don't know. I think it's just human nature.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that so many times. You don't even hear it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's a thin line. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
It can be helpful to on one side for sanity. It can be detrimental on the other side because you're going to miss something.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta tune into all of it, and get the nuggets. And sometimes even those that you want to tune out, they'll have a nugget or two. They'll have a nugget or two, and you maybe find that you end up getting something out of it, so that you didn't think of before. But yeah, I get that. You know,
And
so
like we've said hundreds and hundreds of times before, everybody here has been trained by coach. So Mark says the same things over and over again that coach has been saying since day one. But for some reason, it just didn't click for you when coach said it. But something about Mark, it does. Or you hear David say the same thing, and it just didn't get through. It's just eventually you're going to hear that one voice in the group. Somebody's going to say something that's been said a million times before, and that light bulb's going to go off.
Bucko brought up a great point. Even if you're just that deathly afraid of speaking up, type it in the chat.
Yep.
Type it in the chat. There's a lot of people, a lot of mods that take care of the chat and moderate it. And so, yeah, type it in the chat. Just get it out there. Get your questions answered so that you can be successful.
Well, and even if everything goes completely chaotic and there for some ungodly reason happens to be only one or two moderators in the Zoom during the day, the other members in the group will bring your question up. So that's the whole beauty of this community, people helping people.
Okay, so Mark said, I've found swing trading using the EWO strategy very beneficial. It was slow moving as I was at the day interval. Help me learn the EWO strategy. All right, well, we can pull up a chart.
Most definitely. And that's something coach has always said. He calls it the 2-minute EWO because that's, where he started to focus on was the 2-minute, but the EWO play works on any larger time frame as well. And it works in futures. And it works in crypto.
Okay, let's go with Apple. Okay, so here's Apple, and right now we've got it on a 1-minute time frame. So let's go ahead and put it on a 2-minute. Now you're doing swing trading, right?
Yeah, he said daily. Well,
daily.
No. Yeah, no, he found swing trading using the EWO very beneficial. It was slow moving as he was on a day interval.
Okay.
So you're talking about the EWO play day to day. So very long term, 90-day out contract, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
Mark B, 90 days out. Yes.
He's on a delay, right?
Yeah. And then in the daily time frame, and you just did the same process.
All right. So what stock are you trading? Did he say?
That they didn't say. He didn't say.
Yeah, tell us what you're trading and let's look at it.
But now, keep in mind too, you're doing this all while working full time. So that is actually quite ideal for somebody who has a full time, 10, 12 hour or 9 to 5. Because a long term play like that is not something you have to sit on top of every day.
Right.
So he's doing TSLL and TSLQ. Feel like I'm treading water. I've been here since day one, and it seems like my account just sits at 1,000. Lose some, make some, never really get anywhere.
Okay, so
you still swing trading those TSLL and TSLQ?
he's looking at it on the daily.
Because I would say just because you enter it as a swing trade, Doesn't mean you can't exit it whenever you're profitable.
Right. That's a huge point.
So if you even if it is a swing trade and you happen to check it at your lunch break, not financial investment or tax advice, and you're up 2% of your account, shed.
My question would be, do you have it, and I'm assuming the answer is yes to this. That do you have it charted out? Because as you can see here, and there's a reason why I have that yellow. You see that channel that's in?
Right.
So that is telling you right there, whether you're swing trading or not, basically it's flat. So that probably is why your account is staying where it's at. It had a spike here and then came back down, but it's pretty much trading right in this area.
Good. It looks
So
like today, maybe yesterday and today, it broke out of that channel.
right here, yeah.
So yeah, yesterday it looks like a breakout. Today was the hold.
But to
I can't
maximize,
see the EWO bars on your screen. I suppose I could pull it up myself and look at.
yeah, they're right here. There we go. Can you see them now? A little bit
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, no, I mean this has been in an EWO already for a week now,
Yep. Green Ewo.
so it's actually starting to round off at the moment. But
So
on the daily time frame, it's still respecting the 9. It's holding above the progression channel, the Tradicator channel.
Tradicator. Where did you get in this?
Yeah, it's slow and just a single share. Yeah. I would also encourage you, like Coach says, to take a look at Ford. It does the same thing, and it's actually a little bit cheaper. It's about, well, I don't know where it's at today. Let me speak out of place.
Let's look it up. F, right?
Yep. Yeah, okay, right now it's about $12. So you could do the same thing with Ford, uh, and get 2. So when it comes up and it has that spike like it did today and gets up to, oh, was that 1230? I mean, you look at the chart. I'm on the 1 minute. Hold on. Get back to the daily.
Can you see my chart what that is?
Yeah, there you go. So what it started today at 1166 roughly and went up to 1222.
Mm-hmm.
So
You can capitalize on those spikes and
yep.
probably add to your position, go in a little heavier, get the spike, and this is why you have to chart it out, because once it gets to that double top or pullback area, you go ahead and pull your money out or shed,
And that's just this is just saying if you happen to catch it at that time, you're swing trading, so it's not
Right.
100% focus. If it just happens to be in a great place and you're up a decent percentage that adds capital to your account.
Yeah, because you could take it here, and if you're swing trading and looking at it on the daily, you're watching this. So look how many days this is. It stayed in an uptrend.
Yeah, and it's still in an uptrend.
And look at it now, right? So
and Ford also has earnings coming up on the 22nd of October.
There you go.
So, and what generally happens leading up into earnings? You'll get you may get a rise.
Might get a spike.
Up until earnings, and then what generally happens after earnings? People take their profit. So, but the point of that comes in, get you two. Doing it
Get
with
two
one
of them.
is going to be really hard, because then you're put in a position that you feel like you have to hold on for everything, because if you get out now, you take a little bit of profit and it runs for another 3 days. Well, you just left money on the table, which is something else you can't worry about anyway, leaving money on the table. If you got green, you got green.
And if you got $100, $120 to put into it, use coach's shedding strategy. You can use the 50, 20, 20, 10, right? That
Right.
way, when it does those pullbacks, you can shed 5 of them and you still got plenty in there just in case it continues to spike. And if it doesn't, you pull another, 2 off, then another 2, and then leave that last one runner, you know, and that's how you work that strategy.
Guys, should you not hold during earnings?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, that's that. I think, and this is my opinion, again, the financial investment tax advice, but I think that really depends on when you got in. So, if you're looking at trading forward on the 20th of October and its earnings are on the 22nd, you're doing a 2-minute EWO on it. No, I personally, I would not hold it through earnings.
Yeah,
I
coach says
would
not to
close my
hold nothing
position
through
before the
earnings.
earnings come out.
Yeah, coach says not
But
to hold anything through, because you never know what's going to happen.
right,
They
but
could not beat, it could
if you're
drop.
in a if you're in a 90-day position and you've been holding it for 6 weeks,
Yeah.
I
Well, and look at Ford's ATR, its average movement, right? It's
right,
it's not going to be that much that if you're playing something like that. I mean, come on, realistically, how much is it going to, we don't know for sure, but how much is it really going to move even if it goes down, like to James's point. If let's just say what's happening right here, right? And you're in down here and it comes all the way down here from up here. You're still good. Because look where you got in at. Support's above you. So yeah, it does depend on where you get in, as far as earnings. If you've held it that long and you're up this much, then if it's a long-term investment or, you're swing trading for a couple months, that's the beauty of doing that type of strategy, right? You're not working off of the ebbs and flows of every day to day. You're
right.
looking at the overall movement. So, that's
Now,
what you have to look at.
now here's one for you, Don. Do you worry about the overnight hours day to day when swing trading?
Of course not. That's the look, get out of it. But yeah, no. Obviously, because you're swing trading it, by definition, you're holding on to it for a longer period of time. But the reason why he's saying that too is because coach tells us not to hold overnight unless you're doing 90 days out and you're doing like a swing trade. you
Okay.
know
Now here's the catch in this. He's doing shares,
oh, that's
not options. So that's what coach says. Don't hold options overnight unless you're 90 days out or more.
oh, well,
So
shares, he's good to go
yeah,
because he's dollar for dollar.
right.
Yeah.
And you have with shares, even if it's, let's say some bad news comes out at 6 o'clock in the evening, well, you can still sell your shares up until 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Yep. Options, you got
Or
to cut it at 4.
yeah, so that's a huge difference in all of this, doing shares as opposed to contracts.
Yeah. You don't have the Greeks to worry about. If it pulls back on you, you don't have theta decay to worry about. It's an all around better scenario for you. If you do shares, you know. But all great questions. These are
Right.
good.
So
What else
coach
we got going?
says, Maria says, coach says if you are holding 3 earnings to hedge it or sell half before and buy back the other half when the time is right.
Yep. Now that's a lot of times he says that with you can hedge it with puts.
Right. But that's doing contracts, not shares.
Correct.
So,
But if it
and
drops,
that's the beauty of it with shares. And a lot of people, oh, you can't make money on Ford with shares.
shit, we know people that have become millionaires doing it.
Yep.
We know one in particular that's become a millionaire doing it, and he used to be in this group, and he talked about it all the time,
Yep.
where
Well,
he
Coach
traded
was just
Ford.
talking about it the other day. Six,
Yep,
7 cents at a time.
yep, yep.
You
I
catch it
wonder
at
how
the
many
bottom of the
shares
channel.
he had when he was doing that. Did he say 10,000? Did he actually say 10,000 shares?
Well, that came later on. No,
Okay.
when he started, I think he was doing. Don't quote me on it, but it seems like I remember him trading, and he was doing like 20 or 25 shares at a time, 6 cents at a time,
Ah,
and
gotcha.
then it built up to there to where eventually he was doing 100 shares at a time.
Gotcha.
But you catch it 6 to 7, cents every time. It just it compounds.
Talk about compounding.
Yeah.
Wow. But you got to have patience. That's what we were talking about as far as focus. Mindset is 80% of this. You have got to have some patience when you are working with those small increments like that. But know that ultimately, I mean, come on, if 1% adds up the way that it does, and it's getting people on the trajectory that it's getting, think about that. You shouldn't worry about the small, you're not in it for profit right now anyway. You're in to learn the process of what you're doing. And the compound is just going to happen. Maria did a
Right.
whole workshop on it. I would definitely, you're a diamond. I would definitely check out Maria's workshop class on compounding.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And yes, like what Maria said, TSLQ is the downside. So, Jason, Mark B, you did pick a good one with doing shares with TSLL and TSLQ. So
Mm-hmm.
if it has I do the same thing. It was the only thing I did for the longest time was
Yeah.
TSLL and TSLQ.
Yep. F2 did it too.
Yep. I mean I've branched out a little bit. I still watch it because I mean it's a grind, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a moneymaker.
Papa Todd, he also does it. There's
Yep.
quite a few people. You're in some good company. There's quite a few people that use it for training.
Oh yeah. But I think it's great to me that you're sticking to shares.
So there's a lot going on with options with the Greeks. So you are definitely giving yourself one up with shares. You're taking a lot of stress off the table.
Yeah.
You don't have the leverage, but you also don't have the headaches either.
He says he says again it helped him learning the EWO.
Mm-hmm.
It's helped me with that. It helped me with the L2, watching it in the pre-market. Handy homeowner. I feel like I focus too hard and keep getting lost in the chart.
Mm. Well, first off, Handy Homemaker, welcome back because I haven't seen you in a while. Um, but what is losing you in the chart? Are you putting lines on your chart? Maybe you have too many lines on your chart. You know?
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah. Maybe you're over analyzing the chart, putting too many lines, watching too many candle movements. You can broaden that out and pan out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like what we did with Ford here. I mean, you can do this and get caught up in this, like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? But when you pan out, you realize, oh, it's going to the upside, right? That's the forest for the trees right there. That's the forest. You want to pan out and watch your charts that way as well. And that way that'll help you see the overall thing that a stock is doing and not get so caught up in analyzing every small movement. Look at that overall what Ford's doing right there.
Yeah, and I think actually Ford Ford to me is one of the worst for that because you go and look at it on the 1 minute time frame.
Let's pull it up on 1 minute.
I mean, Ford is one of those. It is a slow mover. It's a grinder. You have to look at some larger time frames because look, I mean, that's just
Look at that.
bop, bop, bop. It's like the old Atari Pong.
I know.
Ding,
It
ding,
looks like a barcode.
ding, ding.
And if you look at it like that, it looks like it's going down to the downside
Yeah.
overall for the day. Yeah. Look at that. But overall, in the whole scheme of things, that's just a down day. That's a day where you can jump in and
Well,
make
no,
some money to the downside.
scoot back and look earlier in the day, Don.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus. Cheese and rice. Good
It,
God
it,
Almighty.
it actually had a pretty good run this morning.
Look at that, though. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, as far as Ford goes and Ford movement, if you go back and look at it from the open,
Oh, I'm on 1 second. What the hell? No wonder that looked weird.
all right, JP, come on.
All right, so there's
Love
the
you,
minute
JP.
chart. So yeah, it did start out really, really nice.
Yeah. But I think right there with that, what time was that? 11:40. Wasn't there some news or somebody talking about that time?
Let's see, 11:40. Let me look at it.
11:30ish, 11:40ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
Today?
Yeah, there was something going on today.
I forget. It was
Fed
numbers or something.
speakers or something. I know we had what was it, PPI this morning?
Was it CPI or PPI?
I don't remember.
It was one of them. But yeah.
Honestly, I had some stuff come up about 10 o'clock, 10:30 this morning, and I had to jet.
But this looks like a pretty steady run from the bell on up through. No real dips or anything. It did take a dip under the 9 here, but it didn't really break and hold under the 21. Other than that, this thing stayed over the 9 big time.
Reports.
So, and then it came to the downside. Then you had a nice run to the downside.
Yeah, and then it just kind of flattened out.
Yep.
But I've had the same issues. I'm sure every trader has or does in their career with the analysis paralysis.
Yep.
For me, something that helped me, I cleared my chart. There for a while, I cleared my charts out every night. Every night. And then every morning, of course, I'm generally up at 1:30 in the morning, my time, Central Time. And I would go through and read chart. 4
Remember
hours.
Mustang Chris?
Yep.
He used to talk about, he had analysis paralysis for quite a while. Everything, entries, exits, patterns. He was into it. And he learned to pan out and not take it so seriously and overanalyze it. And he did much better. If you see him in the chat down there one night, he pops in the chat. He used to be on the panel quite a bit. He pops in the chat because he's driving a truck now, so he can't really do it. But he pops in the chat. Ask him about his analysis paralysis and what he did to help himself with that.
PCE. That's what it was.
Well, we were close. There was a P in it and a C in it.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I was happy as a lark. I got a nice little pop on Apple this morning.
Oh, you played Apple?
I did.
Nice.
But I've been watching it. I've been playing TSLL and hot stocks and watching Apple. A little bit of paper trading on Apple and trying to be more and more active in the Apple chat.
I see what you're doing. I'm watching you, James.
So
You
I
following
actually
the path.
took my first real play on Apple today. So
He
I
coming
believe I could
for
have
you, F.
done better, but I think I actually nailed the entry this time.
Yep. Good for you.
So hey,
He's
step by step.
he's coming for you, F. He's coming for you. I see his path. I see what's happening. Starting out with the same stocks, ending up at Apple. Okay, I see you, James. Watch, a couple months, James will be posting 15K, 20K.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Hey, listen, if you're going to follow anybody's path, right? Follow the paths of the people that are winning.
Right.
So, I know that's right.
Well, I mean, F2's not the only one that's done it in that way.
I know.
David, Mark.
Yep.
So keep going.
Absolutely. And then the
14
cool thing,
millionaires that coach has made.
the beauty of it is, even if you start out with that and focusing on that, at the end of the day, once you get to be a master at it, well, then a chart's a chart, right? You don't have to stick with one if you choose not to. At that point, the whole market becomes your chart. You can pretty much go into anything and trade successfully because you know how to read that chart and you know how to trade. So,
Coach, palm. Doesn't matter
yep,
what you put them on.
they can trade it. And Mark's the same
Homeowner,
way.
I try to and do, but then I don't stay zoomed out and mess up. Again,
Well, you got to stay zoomed out.
Yep. Journal that. And well, like Mark says, and I love the way Mark puts it, how are you going to engineer this out of your life? So that's what you should focus on. If you figure out that there is a problem, or you know what the problem is, something you're doing wrong, then you have to figure out how to undo that.
Awareness is key.
Right.
You know,
And like
realizing it
Joe
first.
used to say, knowing is half the battle.
That's it. That is it. Because if you don't know, then David was saying that before. It's like, it's different if you know that you can get in well, but you have a problem getting out of trades because you're holding on too long. But if you don't know that, you're going to continue to do the same stuff over and over and over. So that's why we said part of staying focused is journaling and correcting those mistakes. You know, to James's point, you know, if you're aware, great. Now let's work on fixing it, right? And that's one of the reasons I'm in paper trading, because I am fixing. Well, I'm paper trading because I have money to be dreamed. But you know, paper trading is how you fix it. It's not always the best solution. There's a lot of people that don't paper trade, but it will at least help you with mental mechanics when you see things on the chart, and it'll help you recognize patterns, right? So use it to your advantage to pan out and not be so hyper focused on some of the smaller details. You can zero in on them later, but you know, learn to use the EWO bars. They're not just for the 2-minute EWO. You can use those EWO bars in any time frame, you know, so that will help you determine what trend and what trend that stock is on. Get familiar with trends. You know, I remember when Maria was huge in trend lines. Get familiar with the trends. Trend is your friend.
JC, one of my problems is I watch hot stocks, then I have about 10 more from Webull Screener. I'm probably watching way too many stocks.
Well, therein lies your problem. Narrow it down to a good 4 or 5 of them.
I went with the 1 to 3, and I still say it's a technicality, but TSLL, TSLQ, and TSLA are 3 different ones.
And force yourself to do it. Don't just say you're going to do it, and you got to be steadfast with it. You know, don't that looks good. Oh, that looks. You got to be steadfast with it. And you're going to be tempted because you're going to hear runners, and then you're going to want to add them to your watch list because maybe they'll do like open. Open is one. Okay, yeah, open, add that in, right? But every day, some of these tickers, you'll see them and then you won't see them again for another month.
Year.
Year, month. You won't see them again.
Lunar, LUNR. That's one that pops up occasionally. We've played it before,
Yep.
and I've gotten it from $7 and sold it at 10. I've gotten it at 11 and sold it at 9.50. But it's a hot stock that pops up every once in a while. That they've actually got good company fundamentals,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a low dollar stock. It's not a big mover. Every once in a while, some news blurb will come out that they got some contract with NASA or they're doing something, and they'll get more movement. They'll get more volume. But
For
other
that
than
day.
that, they're pretty much flat most of the time.
So pick yourself a couple that have a decent range of movement on a daily basis. I mean, even if it's about 50 cents, Palm talks about this all the time. 50 cents worth of movement is huge. We just talked about Jimmy getting 6 cents worth of movement, right? So find yourself a couple that have a decent range, 10 to 20 cents a day, where you can just practice getting those small hits day in, day out, and then increase your position size, and then it's off to the races.
Maria still loves trend lines.
I know you do.
I do too. I have really, really, really been watching the trend channel, regression, progression, whatever you want to call it, on Coach's Indicators. And man, if you scroll out just a little bit and watch just that, it's spooky how accurate that thing is.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, is this legal?
It's almost it's borderline creepy.
Yeah, I'm like, but yeah, of course it is. It's just an overlay on TradingView.
Yeah.
And it's not the end all be all. It can break out of the channel.
Yeah.
So, but it is scarily accurate. So, I mean, and it doesn't matter stock. We can pull up any stock and it's going to top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom.
I've been using it, watching the crypto on TradingView and actually paper trading it and just taking trades off of that. Just that. Now, I mean, I've gone back in time and marked my major levels. But if I popped on, like I popped on the other day and opened up the TradingView and seen that Solana was coming up towards the top of the trend. Well, I opened up my paper trading and instantly went to puts, or it's a downside buy, and rode that thing all the way down to the bottom of the channel and sold out. And I think I ended up with it's small position size. It's paper trading, but I'm still doing small position size. But I want to say it was like 17%.
Nice.
So, which 17% is nothing to shake a stick at. You don't.
Not at all. That's real good.
So yeah, those indicators can be used for anything.
Anything.
That you get those with the VIP and up membership and 5K Diamond Lifetime,
which we are doing now. I put a promo in the Discord. You can go ahead and get that. You can get set up with the 5K Diamond. Also, you still got the 7-day free trial going on, and everything renews at its regular rate. Crypto is on special now for $50 a month. Speaking of crypto, if you want to learn what James is doing, go over to the Crypto Zoom, 7:15 Wednesday nights Eastern Standard Time, and they will teach you. And it's only $50 a month once the free trial is over. Come on, $50 a month.
You spend that on McDonald's.
Yeah, thank you. In one meal.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And
you
that's
know,
just if it's you and one other person.
so
And
I think
depending
fifty
upon what
dollars a
kind of
month
eater
is
you are, I mean, hell, I seen a receipt from Colin. My oldest went to Taco Bell by himself. By himself. Taco Bell. $32.
it don't take much. There you go. There you go,
Damn.
Richard. There you go, Richard.
Exactly.
There's one for you. I wonder how much
Exactly.
Richard spends.
Oh,
Oh man. Well,
Maria,
James,
the
I'm gonna
1 hour trendiness are my best friends.
the 1 hour what?
Trendiness, 1 hour trendiness are my best friends. she, she loves that isness.
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 Isness business. But yeah. Yeah, Maria, you are doing so good, girl. I'm proud of you. You're awesome. All right. Anything else going on down there in the chat? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and let us get started with our weekend.
F2 says mix them with some Apple Chat. Oh, we're talking about the trends. Mix the trends with some Apple Chat, Coach's Voice, Palm's Advice, little aftermarket show on the side, and a good old diamond membership will lead to success if you follow the rules and pay attention.
I like that recipe. Give me two of those meals. I like that. A side of the aftermarket.
He's a big boy, Handy. He's a big boy. He said that's messed up. Taco Bell should never be that expensive. He's a big boy.
Yeah, it don't have to be that expensive for everybody. He needs to get full.
Yeah, dude's like 6'3" now. I want to say 250.
Oh hell yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah. I gave
Wow.
him hell. I gave him hell the other day. Boy, don't you look down on me. I will still mess you up.
Oh my God, I brought you in this world.
But
and
yeah,
I'll find a way to take your
I
big
know you're
ass
trying to
out.
wrap up. JC, I feel overwhelmed with TradingView. I have
Wait a
it, but
minute,
I
hold
don't
up.
use it.
James, you
Just
heard what I
stick with
said?
the Weeble app.
I said I brought you in this world and I found a way, damn it, to take your big ass out.
Oh yeah, no, he knows that.
But what was in the chat?
Oh, JC, I feel overwhelmed with TradingView. I have
Mhm.
it, but I don't use it. I just stick with the Weeble app because I'm comfortable with it. Well, sometimes you got to get out of that comfort zone.
Got to step out of the comfort zone for sure. You know, got to step out of the comfort zone. That's the way you grow. You don't know that you're growing until you're uncomfortable. You should be uncomfortable because that lets you know you're learning something new. You're growing.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, no, I don't
Cool.
mind if there's
I've
questions
chewed
or
your ear
comments
off
in the
enough.
chat. Huh?
I said, cool. I've chewed your ear off enough.
Yeah, I don't care about staying on here. People have questions, so yeah. But yeah, this was a good session. Hopefully a lot of you got some stuff answered that you were thinking about. Hopefully we encouraged some of you to talk up or interact in the chat on the Zoom call, because you're going to get the same thing over there, right? So don't forget AmericanDreamTrading.com is where you will go to get signed up, right? We've got the Diamond membership. $5,000 gives you all the memberships with nothing else to pay in the future. And remember, Platinum's coming up, so you're going to want to take advantage of that before Platinum gets here, right? Because I got a feeling it's going to be too late once Platinum comes out to try to circle back and get a Diamond just so you can get the Platinum. He ain't doing that. So you better get it before it comes out. And I know it is because I saw stuff being set up for it on the back end. So it's coming. So AmericanDreamTraining.com, get signed up, start out with that membership, and get it set up. Also, the one-on-ones with David, Coach has got the one-on-ones. all kind of stuff in there. So go ahead and get on over there. The link is located right there in the description of the video. And as usual, if you felt you got something out of the night, the tip jar is also over there. If you want to do something for the weekend for me, that is not mandatory, but it is much appreciated if you do. All right, gang, I'm going to end it with Coach's Rules, as I normally do. Let me go ahead and stop screen sharing there. James, you got anything you want to add in before we get out of here?
No, ma'am. Not all.
Well, thank you so much for all your help in reading the chats and answering questions and just being an awesome co-pilot that you are. Yep. And everybody have a fantastic weekend. All of you down there, Chad, Maria, Miranda, Izzy, and Mark B. Thank you for being so active in the chat. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out and subscribe if you haven't. We're going to go out with our theme and with Coach's Rules. So we'll start with Coach's Rules. Have a great weekend. Don't forget David's class tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. It's like a one-on-one every weekend with him. And if you're a diamond, you're going to want to be there, right? All right, man. Have a good one. Everybody, peace and blessings.
You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf in my mind, till I found a spark, a way to realign. Not just numbers, charts, or lines on a screen. A mirror that showed who I could be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I can rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. Used to think I missed my chance, too late to change, but you showed me growth lies outside the cage. Now I'm building something real, not just getting by. Flipping setbacks into fuel, reaching for the sky. You said mindset first, and now I see. Success starts with who you believe you can be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. It's not about luck, it's learning to lead, turning every loss into a seed. Now for pride. Thanks to the dream. Now rewrite my life.